Hi, this is T. Michelle Birdsong, daughter of the sun, psychic researcher. This is part 2 of Eve defends Columbus on Columbus Day. In part 1, I showed Sami G's picture as being someone else's. This is Sami G, being currently as Seth Renzinger. Alright, and this is Christopher Columbus currently being as Melanie Lynn Spear. And this is God in the flesh, Guru Govinda Singh Dhillon, being as Jesus Christ, being as the Buddha. This is Mary Magdalene, being as T. Michelle Birdsong, daughter of God. Okay, let's begin with part 2. Uploaded. Eve defends Christopher Columbus, October 12, 2020. He led the first European expedition to the Caribbean, Central America, and South America. Some people want to honor the indigenous people, the American Indians, and though the one responsible for our prosperity and freedom, and throw the one responsible for our prosperity and freedom, Christopher Columbus, under the bus. What if we focus on the fact that some American Indian tribes ate each other? That is, they were cannibals. The vegetarians among us would not agree that American Indians are to be praised as though they were perfect. Columbus was not a cannibal. He was not as bad as the Indians, as the American Indians. Indeed, the American Indians learned from the settlers not to eat people. So they were better off that the settlers came and taught them how to be civilized. Hiawatha and the great Christopher Columbus, saintly daughter, Ostara, Saint Kabir, Gloria, Ostara Gloria, Saint Kabir, Hiawatha, and the great, excuse me, peacemaker, being as T. Michelle Birdsong, Christopher Columbus's mother, were able to persuade 6 warring Indian nations to stop fighting among themselves and join together to live in harmony as the Iroquois Confederacy. The resulting confederacy, whose governing great council of 50 peace chiefs, or sachems, still meets in a longhouse, is made up of 6 nations: the Mohawk, Onondaga, Onondaga, Cayuga. Kali-Yuga is a time of arguments. Seneca and Tuscarora. Okay, did you follow that? Christopher Columbus, an Italian explorer, navigator, and colonist, played a key role. I'll put the camera on the pictures. Played a key role in shaping the history of the world. It was his 4 voyages that initiated widespread contact between the Old World, in other words, Africa, Asia, and Europe, and the New World, in other words, the Americas. Columbus was born in the Republic of Genoa and lived in Portugal before eventually going on to settle in Spain. Guru Govinda Singh Dhillon lived and worked in Spain before he was appointed master. Okay. Columbus led. Okay, I read that already. Thank you. Well, I'll read it again. Columbus led the first European expeditions to the Caribbean, Central America, and South America, and he united the hemispheres. Thank you, Columbus. Thank you, Columbus, for the prosperity we live under. Thank you, Columbus, for your sacrifices of your comfort. You are our hero, and this is the day we get to tell you so in public. The day the population gets to acknowledge your contribution to our current prosperity. It was Columbus's voyages, 4 voyages, that redefined history and asserted Europe's dominance over the world. On October 12, 1492, Columbus's ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, made landfall in the Bahama Islands. Though not known to him then, Columbus had reached the eastern coast of the Americas, a continent which was not then known to the old world. Though he was not the first man to discover the Americas, Columbus did find a viable sailing route to the Americas, which was a monumental achievement. His voyages were beneficial for Europe and made possible the colonization of the Americas. Columbus was responsible for the event that changed the history of mankind, the Columbian Exchange. The Columbian Exchange, also known as the Columbian Interchange, was the widespread transfer of plants, animals, culture, human populations, technology, unavoidable diseases, and ideas between the Americas, West Africa, and the Old World in the 15th and 16th centuries. There are negative aspects of the effects of his voyages as well as in his personal life, just like there are negative aspects about your character and your life, and most everyone's life except Jesus Christ, his wife Mary Magdalene, and the saints. In this and the saints, Swamiji, Babaji, Mirabai, and Saint Kabir, and Guru Nanak, and Saint Patrick. All right, and Guru Arjan, sing birdsong, and Gobind Singh, the 10th Sikh Guru, being as President Donald Trump, and the 9th Sikh Guru, the Saint Teej Bahadur, currently being as Vice President of the United States, Mike Pence. Okay, so there are negative aspects about your character and your life and most everyone's life except Jesus Christ, his wife Mary Magdalene, and the saints. In this presentation, we focus on the positive on 10 of Columbus's major accomplishments. Let's decode the word Columbus. I did major in creative writing. C for C, O for order, L for love, U for you, MB for Michael Bublé, MB for Michelle Birdsong, US for us. C order, love. You, Michael Bublé, and Michelle Birdsong, Adam and Eve. Us is Adam and Eve. All right. So love you, Michael Bublé and Michelle Birdsong, Adam and Eve. Columbus being as Melanie L. Spear being as, in a parallel life, Awan, firstborn girl baby of Eve and Adam. The first explorer to establish a European presence in the New World. They arrested him and brought him back to Spain in chains at one point. They said he was too rough when he was trying to maintain order in Hispaniola. He brought silk, and he had brought silk and gold and slaves back to Spain. That was before the world knew enslaving others, humans, was wrong. Not much is said today about the Africans and Arabs enslaving folks in the 21st century, when we're supposed to have learned better. Not much today is said about enslaving and murdering and eating armless animals, when Moses' laws said, "Thou shalt not kill." The laws came from God. Not much today is said about killing new life on its way to being babies, though we all know we should not kill, except in self-defense, and we should not murder. Okay? Point number 2. He discovered a viable sailing route to the Americas. Columbus started his career by serving as an apprentice to some of the most influential families in Genoa, Italy. He eventually went on to be recognized as a seagoing entrepreneur. He sailed to Iceland and Ireland with the merchant marines in 1477 and was trading sugar in Madeira by 1478 as an agent for the Genovese firm of Centavioni. Then, after years of lobbying Columbus's plan to discover an alternate route to Asia, because the Ottoman Empire, the Muslims, were killing people who came on the sea, because the Muslims made the waters dangerous for traveling. It was sponsored by the Catholic monarchs of Spain. What was sponsored? The Columbus's voyage. Point number 3, he had the first European expedition. He led the first European expedition to the Caribbean, Central America, and South America. Christopher Columbus undertook 3 more expeditions, voyages from Spain to the New World. His second began on the 24th of September, 1493, with a fleet of 17 ships carrying 1,200 men. The expedition contained supplies to establish permanent colonies in the New World. In November 1493, his crew saw law and discovered the this is not right. His crew settled or something and discovered the Dominica, Guadalupe, and Jamaica Islands. In March 1496, he set sail back to Spain. In May 30th, 1498, Columbus left with 6 ships for his 3rd trip to the New World. In July the same year, he landed on the island of Trinidad. He then explored the Gulf of Paria, present Aria. That's the baby T. Michelle is carrying in her womb, fathered by Jesus Christ. And finally, Columbus touched South America. Due to bad health, he returned to Hispaniola on August 19, 1498. Okay, we'll stop for now. Part 3 will be about the fourth voyage.